As a member of this class, upon registration, you have access to our e-text and Mastering Chemistry, our online homework site. In order to register for this, you need to have a Pearson account. You may already have a Pearson account from My Math Lab or Mastering Biology or Mastering Anatomy or something like that. If you do, use that same account with that same email address and that same password. If you don't, then you'll have to go ahead and set up an account, no cost, and use your Oakton email address and come up with a password. You'll then need to find an access code. We can actually register for all this stuff and see all this stuff by in D2L going to Content, going to Welcome Resources, start here, and all the way at the bottom here, there's Accessing Mastering Chemistry and eBooks. If you click on that, you'll see a PDF document that has our access code. All you need to do is copy this access code and input this access code when asked. You can see here there's also a link to a video on how to go ahead and register for this thing. What do you mean when asked? Well, what I mean is, if you go back here to Content and go to Unit 1, for example, at the bottom of every unit, there will be a section of assignments and assessments, and there will always be a Mastering Chemistry assignment for the unit. You can see here, this is the same way, that same PDF document that I showed you before. You can find it here too to get the access code. But what you do is you go ahead and click on the assignment. If you already have an account, you've already accessed this, you're going to go straight to the homework. If you haven't, you're going to go to a page asking you to sign in to Pearson. Like I said, using an account you already have or making a new account with your Oakton email address. And you're going to have a place to put in an access code. You do not need to purchase anything. You've already purchased this. You can go ahead and then enter that access code and get access to the e-text and the homework. If you're more of a paper book type person, you can purchase a paper book at a reduced cost. It'll be a thing you put in a 3-ring binder for about $40, either from Pearson or from the bookstore for this textbook, as well as your e-text access that you already have. When we're doing Mastering Chemistry assignments, there's 2 ways to get to them. One is on our front home page of our course, all the way at the bottom, there's a widget down here that's Pearson, My Lab, and Mastering. If you select that, you'll go directly to this class's material, and you'll be able to see all of your assignments and everything about this course. Access to the e-text, access to animations, access to tutorials, access to practice quizzes, if you select on this. If you are in a unit and you select on the Mastering Chemistry link, you'll go directly to our assignment. Here you can see our assignment for Unit 1. There's a whole bunch of questions. You can do them in any order. You can skip them. You can start one, not finish it, come back to it later as you're doing your assignment. Let me emphasize, the score you see up here is not the score that's going to go into your grade in D2L. I will look at each of the assignments and maybe adjust the score that you get, that Pearson gives you, before it goes into your grade. So don't worry about that score. In each question, you're going to have several opportunities. You can go ahead and try and question if you're not sure how to do it. I mean, yes, I guess you can guess and check, but really these homework things are more a learning experience than they are an assessment. Notice some things about the assignment. First of all, you can print out the assignment. If, again, you're a paper person, you like doing your work, you can go ahead and print out this entire assignment. And then on paper, you can go ahead and show your work, take notes, do all the work, and then enter the answer into this Mastering Chemistry Online to submit your answer. You can go ahead and you can select a question. As I see here in this question, these questions are directly from the book. Now, the numbers may be changed, they might be slightly rephrased, but they're exactly the same material that's in the book. For example, this question is Chapter 1, Question 2. If you go in your e-text, the end of Chapter 1, look at Question 2, you'll be able to see this information. You'll be able to see a question that's the same or similar. It'll also tell you which section of the book that information comes from. You can go ahead and look in this section of the book to see example problems, to have it explained to you. The questions are picked to be important to us in this course, and so this will direct you directly to the section of the textbook that is important to you as you're answering this question. Let's say I go ahead and I submit an answer. That answer is incorrect. you still have more attempts remaining. You can go ahead and see your previous answers to see what you've already answered, and you can always request an answer. I would suggest never requesting an answer until the very end. You can go ahead and skip this question, maybe send me an email, maybe ask a question about it, so we can make sure we learn from this rather than just seeing the answer and getting no credit for it. You can go ahead and go to the next. This question is not from the book. This is a tutorial question. This question is teaching you something. Reading all this stuff in the blue box to the left, which you should always do. Reading the stuff in the blue box is all information that you're either going to need for the question or teaching you something about the information. I can submit an answer, and you can see here that this answer is incorrect. I still have some attempts remaining. But down here, after where it says incorrect, it gives me a whole bunch of information about my answer, about why my answer is not correct, and give you some hints or some ideas on how to go ahead and answer the question. So make sure you read all this information. Some questions will have hints. Once again, this is a tutorial question. It doesn't have a question number up here. But I can see available hints. If you are not sure of the answer after reading the blue stuff and trying to learn, and you haven't learned it yet from the book or the videos, you can go ahead and view available hints. Do not hesitate to view hints. Again, the score you get on this is not representative of the score you're going to get in the course. So do not worry about losing a fraction of a point for doing multiple attempts or for looking at a hint. Some other features about mastering chemistry you can see. So go ahead and review. This is very important. This will direct me directly to the section. If I click on this, it'll take me to the e-text. Also, sometimes in review, there will be practice questions, there will be videos, and other information. So please use that. This is how you use our electronic media for this course. If you have questions, please ask.